I'm Cape Joel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all the time, anytime comic book show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. And on today's show, we're taking a closer look at Action Comics number 997. Superman and Booster Gold are at the mercy of Generals Zod and his twisted family. What'll happen next? Well, let's hop on in together and find out, shall we? So, picking up from where the last comic left off, Superman is duking out with General Zod's son, Lor-Zod. You know, pre-New 52, these two actually had a heck of a shared history that seems to continue to go unmentioned, which is weird considering how much of Superman's history has made it into canon once again. Superman admits that the kid is pretty strong, but he's probably not used to battling someone like him who can actually defend himself in a fight. Damn millennial Kryptonians, am I right there, Superman? It's a miracle this guy even looked up from his phone long enough to hit you with heat vision. Of course, if our hero could win so easily, then this would be a short comic, wouldn't it? Superman ends up getting blindsided by the appearance of old Man Zod, who despite being gray is just as strong as Superman is now. I guess Kryptonian 80 is like the new human 40. Now back on Earth, Lois Lane is still trying to spring her dad from military prison. She gets caught by some guards, but luckily she's not the only one who wants to see the general go free. He made some friends with the local rebels. Oh good. You see, as the reader, now we don't have to feel bad about Sam Lane illegally toppling a foreign government because they totally wanted him to topple it. This is actually a pretty huge moment too, because John Kent the Superboy comes face to face with his granddad for the very first time. Keep in mind, somehow General Sam Lane, who's always plugged into the goings-on everywhere in the world, still doesn't actually know Clark is Superman or that his grandkid is half alien. Now, back in the future in space, the Zod family lashes Booster Gold and Superman to a cross with kryptonite bands. Wait, Zod actually kept the one thing that could hurt him within arm's reach of the alien race that he's subjugating? Geez, he must really have broken these poor guys' spirits if they don't want to use it on him. Zod says that he's going to make an example out of the heroes and execute them publicly, not just because he's an evil dickweed, but because he still holds a major grudge against Superman for stealing his family away from him and locking them in the Phantom Zone for all those years. He also says that when he's done, he's going to help himself to the hero's time machine so he can go and wreck history because, well, why not? That's a pretty dire situation, especially when the entire Zod family hits Superman with heat vision. Now back on Earth, things aren't exactly much better. Lois and her dad are ready to make a run to freedom only to be blasted by mortar fire, and that right there is where the comic decides to end. So that was Action Comics, everybody, and overall, while lots of stuff happened, I couldn't help but shake the feeling that it felt very thin, like this story could have been told in half the time it's actually taking them to do it. No doubt to try and pad things out until we reach issue number 1000, which will be awesome. I just wish it would hurry up. It's also unfortunate this issue too, they throw away some of the more interesting little side aspects that I was hoping to see explored, like the moral implication of Lois and John challenging the Black Ops backroom dealings of Sam Lane, only for them to kind of throw it out the window and say, well, this doesn't matter. I do wonder where the stuff with the Zod family is ultimately gonna go, but I also can't help but shake the feeling that the Green Lantern book is handling Zod and his family a little bit better right now. Overall, I'd give it a 6 out of 10. It's not bad, but I know the book can do better. So that's Action Comics, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, be sure to take a closer look at some of these other videos I've been working on. Then you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook at Cape Joel, so you always know what I'm doing next. And hey, if you really like what I do and are feeling in a supportive mood, please by all means check out my Patreon page down in the description. Patrons get exclusive access to videos and content before anyone else, and they can do so for as little as $1 a month. That's $12 a year. And until next time, everyone, this has been Cape Joel. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and I'll see you all again later. Bye-bye.